Hi there, this is Stolmean from the Orthogonal Devices Forum, and I'm just doing this little tutorial to show you how to set up a random drum kit. I'm going to try not to skip any steps, just for the sake of clarity. So, this is about what it should look like when you start. I'm going to change this to a stereo chain since I'm running out to my stereo monitor setup by clicking the two channel buttons here, 1 and 2. And then just for safety's sake, I always put in a limiter at the end of the chain, and you can press enter on the header to collapse that so it doesn't impede your view. Next, I'm just going to hook up my outputs here. And we should be getting sound to the monitors now. So I'm going to insert a variable speed player. I'll turn the fade all the way down so the sample will play as close to the trigger as possible and there'll be no fade in. And then I will click the header of the unit and change play duration to once so our samples don't repeat without receiving gates. And then at the play extent option we want to set to slice. Everything else we should be able to leave as is, and then I'm going to assume that you already have a folder full of drum samples available on your SD card, so we'll hit select from card, and I keep everything in here. I'm just gonna grab some random thing. So you want to hit enable multi, and that'll let you select a whole folder's worth of samples with one button press like this. So I've selected all these kits, which is probably like 300 individual drum hits, and then you press enter to load them into RAM and also into this VariSpeed player unit itself. So now we should hear a sound when we fire the gate. And I need to record the audio. And then if we want to change which sound is playing, we'll just move the slice control. And I'm going to set this to 0.5. And you access the numeric parameter editing by clicking or hovering over the control you want to edit, clicking the bias, and then clicking bias again. And you can make whatever changes you want in here, and then press enter when you have the correct number. So to get us started, we need something to trigger the sample. So just for simplicity's sake, I'll use a sine oscillator. And that starts really fast, but we can use a sine oscillator because we don't actually need a trigger, we just need something to pass a given threshold, and that counts as a trigger. So then how do we select the slice randomly? We're going to have to put some modulation on our slice subchain, and you hover over the control you want, click on S1, which is empty right now. This displays, I believe, the end product, or like the function that is modifying the parameter slice. So we click to go further into that, and then we're going to set up a sample and hold, which is being fed noise and triggered by our gate that is triggering the VariSpeed. So we will scroll down, grab a sample and hold, and then put some white noise in front of it. And For the subchain of the sample and holds trigger, we're going to click at this box, which is on top of the M2 button, and click S2 to access locals, where we will select the gate for the Verispeed player, which gives us the same trigger information that is playing the sound. And we'll go up, and you can see that we're getting a random value on every clock tick at the slice control, but it's not actually doing anything because we haven't set the gain on the slice selection. So, to change that, we'll just go in here, and I like to set it to 1, so that at 0.5 bias, this white noise has a full swing of -10, +10 volts maybe. I'm not sure about the exact numbers, but if you set gain to 1, then this random signal will have full swing over the width of the slice control. And there you go. You have random sample selection per clock tick on a Verispeed player. I hope that was helpful, and let me know if you have any more questions.